First I do want to also thank Walsh University for allowing us to host this event here this evening. And I thank you all for really joining. This is an opportunity. Again, I'm hosting this event. I'm looking forward to hearing the questions and answers. And I'm looking forward to hearing the panels. In just a few moments, you'll have the opportunity to hear from a panel of experts who will present on issues relating to the development of oil and gas in Ohio, specifically in the northeast region. As many of you know, recent geological discoveries and improvements in technology have really put our great state into a spotlight on national energy production and policy. During a time of soaring unemployment and a continued reliance on foreign sources to meet our energy demands, I continue to support an all of the above energy approach. I firmly believe that potential to enhance our national security and independence, create jobs, and impact local, long-term economic growth depends on the prudent, and remember I'm saying prudent development of natural resources. It is critical that we implement government policies and regulations that support our economic, environmental, and security interests. As your representative in Washington, I will continue to support policies that bring back jobs here to Ohio and protect the safety and well-being of our communities. I also believe it is one of the most important duties to ensure that the residents of the 16th District have the opportunity to stay informed, ask questions, and voice your opinions. I organized this event tonight to provide such an opportunity, and I encourage you all to submit questions, which will be answered following the presentation. All unanswered questions will be collected by my staff, and we will have the opportunity to review your thoughts and opinions. I really remain committed to working with all of you together on these issues, and again, I appreciate you being here. I thank you for joining. Remember, this is not my policies or my opinions. I'm here tonight to also listen, so I look forward to hearing from the panel and also look forward to hearing your questions. Thank you again for being here tonight.
Okay, we've got some questions sent down here. The Congressman staff will pick them up. The Congressman wants to, while I'm kind of vetting these a little bit, get them in order. The Congressman would like to ask you most of the questions.
Thank you, everyone. I'm concerned, of course, about the environmental, some environmental concerns of drilling, especially the aquifer. So I'm a statistics person. Can you give me, and of course everyone in the audience, an idea of how many wells have been drilled, and in turn, how many times the aquifer has been contaminated, and there's been an association of fracking to and contamination of the aquifer?
Here in Ohio, as I mentioned earlier, we've drilled 274,000 wells. We currently have 64,000 active wells in the state of Ohio. So as that relates to hydraulic fracturing, to give you an idea how long that's been going on, as Dr. Chase mentioned earlier, we've hydraulically fractured 80,000 times, and there's not a single case correlating groundwater contamination and hydraulic fracturing. Now, has there been some problems with well construction? The answer is yes, but not hydraulic fracturing. I would encourage anybody that wants to look into that a little bit more. Lisa Jackson, head of the U.S. EPA, went on record, it was 2 weeks ago, reconfirming that, not just here in Ohio, but across the country. Also, Ohio went under state peer review last January. And this is, what's very important about this is outside environmental groups, some very anti-industry folks, regulatory folks, as well as some industry. And that state peer review, you can look at that. And again, when it actually came out, not only was there not a single case correlating groundwater contamination and hydraulic fracture, but it went on to say that Ohio's regulations should be used as a model for other oil and gas producing states. I think that's very significant. Another study that was just recently done, because again, we hear this constantly. So it's very important to understand that there have been over 30 studies done. Recently, the Groundwater Protection Council, and their job is to protect the groundwaters here in the United States, also came out with another study. Look at that, and again, very That's what they call it fracturing.
There's two parts to fracking. Most people with common sense would say it was drilling and fracking.
But it is not drilling, it's not what they call it fracturing.
We consider the whole process, including the cementing casings.
There's 75 different professions involved. I call it fracturing is one of those. It's typically done once in the life of a well, okay? And it's done by a highly trained petroleum engineer, excuse me.
Yeah.
Highly trained petroleum engineer.
Dismiss this, and again, these folks will be around for a little while if you want to talk about other ones.
I again want to thank everybody that was here tonight. I know there are a lot of questions that, and anytime you have a group this large, you're not going to get all of your questions answered. But what we're going to do, my staff is going to make sure we take the questions, we monitor them. If there's a need for additional forms, we'll look into that. I know somebody asked me, we have a forum just specifically on drilling. If that's something that we don't think we can get an answer to, or we didn't think we got an answer to tonight, or I can't get an answer back to you tonight, we'll consider doing something like that too. But at this time, again, in any meeting, I hope the list tonight, this was informative to you. You got some information that you might not have known. And again, I know in any forum like this, you may not get all your questions answered, but these are the type of events I like to have so that people at least get an opportunity. And we'll continue to do this. This is probably my third or fourth forum in 15 months, and I want to continue to do that so that the constituents of the 16th district continue to get questions answered. So thank you again for being here tonight. A number of us will be here for a few more minutes, and again, I really appreciate your